What if we could have 1 trillion playable characters? All players would have a unique character to play. I think that's something that's worth trying out. Hogs'n'Hooks is a semi-competitive multiplayer game where the objective is to drag or pull your friends into lava pits. At your disposal is an arsenal of non-lethal weapons. The game has a few unique selling points, and one is the character generation. Every player will be able to have a unique character only they can play. With 1 trillion characters, we got plenty to choose from. But let's try to get this going. I decided to work on this part because it's the hardest aspect of the game to showcase, and procedural generation can have a bit of a bad reputation. I wanted to show that we can generate characters with a wide range of personality and traits, but combined doesn't look ridiculous. At least that's my plan. It's just one small goal in my big scheme
of taking over world domination with cute, fun games.
I updated the character model when I created the butt cheeks. However, my wig wasn't set up for advanced facial animation, so I wanted to redo it and push it a bit further. Personality is more about the emotion a character conveys, and that's best seen in facial expression. I had this idea to split up the animations into several parts, and I decided on the eyes, mouth and body in general, since it made the most sense to split it that way. I created 8 eye animations, and I realized just by looking at the eyes, you can really get a feel for the character's personality. I also created different idle animations. I hadn't seen this in a game before. I decided to do some variations of the textures as well. However, in order to do that, I needed to UV map the model. This is a process you do to be able to assign a flat 2D texture to a 3D object. You can think of it like wrapping a gift with gift paper. Instead, it's just a texture you wrap around your character. However, this was so tedious. Maya, the 3D software I use, kept crashing and I kept losing work. It was horrible. Sometimes Maya can be pure essence of evil. I just wanted to quit at this point. But I kept pushing forward. With that done, I could start the process of painting a texture. This process is very new to me. I decided to use 3D Code because it's a fairly cheap program and it does have a lot of nice features. See, in the old days you would have to paint your textures in Photoshop, but that means that it was hard to avoid UV seams. But now you can paint directly onto the object itself, which means you will avoid those UV seams. I knew I wanted to create different color schemes for my characters, so the textures I did was with the neutral base colors in mind. It was done on separate layers, so I would later on be able to create a RGB mask for the texture using those layers. I'm using this RGB mask to define where Unity should put each color. In order to do that, I needed to create a custom shader in Unity. The shader can change colors of the skin and its patterns, but also show different scars and tattoos on the character. The wig I created is also capable of scaling the ears, nose and eyes, and with that add some asymmetrical features. This is the final result. In the end, with all these parameters, we ended up with millions of characters. If you have any idea about how we can expand this system, let me know and write a comment. You won't be able to customize these features, but there will be other cosmetic items players can customize. This will mean that it will be almost impossible to meet a player with the same character design. I'm going to divide the features into rarity, which means each character has a label based on their rarity. If you made it this far in the video, you must be a born savage. We need people like you. I create videos about being creative and I share the process of creating this game. So if you liked this video, you'll probably like some of my other content as well. You should check it out right now.